Amigos, welcome to the Fiesta Musical TV show. My name is Isidoro Lopez, and today is August the 4th, 2019, and we want to welcome everybody that's watching us. On behalf of myself, Eddie Nunez, the Texas Dude, DJ Texas Dude, Mr. Larry Amaro, he should be ambling in any time now, and we've got a lot of information for you. Want to send saludos a todos nuestros finos y fieles amigos. Gracias por estar en sintonía. Especially Miss Tina Conklin out there in West Virginia. She calls me all the time, let me know what's going on. And thank you, Tina. We appreciate you watching the show and calling in. Also, all my kin folks in Fort Worth, Texas. I want to send a big, they always watch us on the internet. And for, of course, all the people that are here in Austin, everybody that watches us from your house, people that have seen, that they have seen us from their homes, people that have seen us in the internet, we appreciate it. Okay, Eddie, we got a big weekend that just passed by. Tell us what happened this weekend.
Well, this weekend was pretty busy around. They had a lot of Jamaicas and stuff.
Okay.
They had one in Yulen. And then most everything else was just kind of in the club scene. They had Stampede.
Okay.
And Stephanie Lynn was supposed to be there to make a comeback. She started her comeback trail. She was there Friday night. And
To remind everybody who Stephanie Lynn was, Stephanie Lynn had a very good band, a really good singer. She's a young lady that had three guys behind her dancing all the time. Those were her brothers. They were all, it was like a family band, and they called themselves Stephanie Lynn and the High Energy Band. And they did a lot of dance steps and stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
They put a lot of
very popular.
energy into that band. But my understanding, they're not there no more? Or they still?
No, since then she's been with several bands, and one of them was like Calle Seis,
Okay.
and she had some groups that she was with.
Okay.
And then she had some personal affairs that she had to take care of, and she stepped out, and now she's coming back.
But she's a fantastic talent.
Oh, yes, she is. She's
I had a
very
chance
good,
to
very
interview
good
him.
song.
What was the name of that club, that big club over there on Ben White Boulevard? There was
That's
one-
across Texas?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
She's been there many
I
times.
interviewed the family. In fact, the dad was with them. In fact, the whole family looks like their father. You look at the father, and there's all the kids right there dancing, and the girl, todos se parecen a papá.
Oh, yeah.
Very talented. I had a chance to interview him, did about a 30, 45-minute interview with him. Very nice people. And that was it, Dance Across Texas, ¿verdad?
Yes, sir, they're on Ben White.
Okay.
Yeah. She did a,
What do they call it now?
I think they're gonna make it a storage shed or something. They're
Oh,
not
ya no
doing
se
anything
bailes.
with it. They're knocking it down right now. I went by there the other day.
Okay.
And I'm not really sure what they're gonna do with that yet.
Okay. How about the club, well, since we're talking about clubs, how about the club that was way out north? I think it was called the Silver Dollar? You remember? The
I
Silver Dollar?
remember that one, yeah, but.
I think that was one
is-
right at the corner of 183 and Burnett Road, here in Austin. What
Yeah,
the
that
name
was
of
a
it?
Silver Dollar, but
Okay.
that was gone too. That's been
Okay.
gone for years. I
Okay.
think that's Walmart.
And
now.
I had somebody that called me the other day, Eddie, I know you're out and about all the time, so that's why I'm asking you all these things. Whatever happened to Dessau Hall?
Dessa Hall's turned into it's still a club or
Okay.
venue, but it's more into the Latin thing and the hip hop and things like that. They have events out there, and then they use it on the weekends, I think, for a little polguita out there. They sell like a little flea market and things out there. There is a new one though that they're gonna have pretty soon in Buda.
Okay.
It's right in the Cabela's parking lot, which I've been keeping an eye on because it's called Maverick.
That's a nice area right there.
Beautiful. And it's called Maverick Dance Hall. And that's going to be right across the street. Well, in the same parking lot as Cabela's, which now is going to be Bass Pro.
Okay.
And it's almost done. And I know they have one in Pflugerville. And I believe that one they have a one Tejano night a month, I believe it
Okay.
is. Hopefully this one is more than that. But
All right, before we go any further, Christian, you want to show us that poster that we got there, and then we're going to get right back to Eddie, because he's got a lot of good announcements right there. Eddie, you want to help us with that poster?
I will.
Just take it from the top.
Today, La Tareada aquí in the 1-to-1 bar at 1509 South Lamar in Austin, Texas. They're going to have Los Cucuys at Rodney Rodriguez. That's from 6 to 8 p.m.
Okay.
And that's at the 1501 South Lamar, 1-to-1 bar. And it's a Tareada, and it's presented by Rancho Lady.
Okay.
And there's a cover charge, but we can't say what that is. And that's today in Austin, Texas. And
And my understanding, this is going to be the last tardeada, I think, for the year. and we'll find out and let you know. But for now, it's going to be the last tardeada. Larry Amberlin, come on in, Larry. Don't just stand there looking cute. Dale gas. Okay. And for those of y'all that don't remember, Rodney Rodriguez, that gentleman right there, that's his conjunto. He spent many years con los dos Gilbertos. He was an accordion player for the 2Gs. He did a fantastic job. And we just want to let everybody know that's going on today from 6 to 8 p.m. There is a cover charge at the 1-to-1 bar, 1509 South Lamar here in Austin, Texas. Okay, Eddie, I know you got a whole lot of announcements. Why don't you go ahead and give us some, and then we'll let Larry do a little political stuff.
Them dance sports. Okay.
Yes.
Now,
Or do you want to do about Santa Julia first? What do you want
let's
to
do that too. I'm
Okay.
gonna announce, I'm gonna mention this. August is Tejano Music Month.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go to, okay, there's a lot of Jamaicas going on this month and part of September. Santa Julia has theirs gonna be September the 28th in 2019. And that's gonna be from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And it's gonna be, they're gonna have David Mares, which we're gonna see a little clip of him today.
Mm-hmm.
And he's awesome. And David Lee Garza and Pito Olivares. And that's gonna be at 3010 Lyons Road, Austin, Texas, 78702, Saturday, September the 28th. And that's here in Austin. And also, we have some other Jamaicas going on. There's gonna
Okay.
be one at Santa Cruz, Holy Cross Festival, and that's gonna be September the 7th. And
Where
that's
is Santa Cruz Church?
Santa Cruz Church is in Buda. It's 1100 Main Street in Buda, Texas. It's actually Friday and Saturday, September 6th and 7th. Fridays from 6 to 11 and Saturdays from 2 to 11 p.m. And they're having carnival and all kinds of stuff out there, and raffles and blah, blah, blah. They're going to have Michael Salgado and Solido.
Okay.
And then, okay, so Our Lady of Guadalupe Church, Jamaica 2019, that's September the 1st. And that's here on 9th Street.
They always do a fantastic Jamaica.
Yes, they have a great, they're going to have Friday and Saturday.
Wow.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
And they're going to have the AT Boys, Bitty Bitty Banda, and Eli La Reina.
Okay.
That's the Guadalupe Church. That's September the 1st.
Okay.
And then
That's a 2-day thing.
that's a 3-day thing.
3-day thing. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like 3 days.
Okay.
Then going to the school thing, back to school, Mets Recreation Center is going to have a back to school bash, and that's going to be August the 16th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. And that's to get the school kids out there, and they're going to be showing a thing, Remember the Titans. And if you want information, call 512-978-2399. It's August the 8th, the 16th, 5:30. That's it, the Mets Recreation Hall. And then today in Little Mexico, today is in La Tratayara, 2301 South 1st Street. And then that's going to be Los Pinkies today. And that's today from 2 to 5 at a Little Mexico restaurant. And then I have a little thing here. I'm wearing my Longhorns outfit today, my Longhorn color, everything. You have no Longhorns. Okay, in August, the first game they have this year is August the 31st, 7 p.m. DKR, and it's going to be against Louisiana. Okay, then they're going to have August the 13th, Tuesday, the UT Club. They're having an event there for whoever wants to join. Going to that. That's from 6 to 8 p.m. And they're going to also have Meet the Longhorns at that event también for the UT Longhorn. You look it up on their website, or you want to call me or let me know if you need more information to attend this.
When they have a practice session, is the public allowed to that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think
Okay.
most, you can sit in the stands and watch them.
Okay.
Unless it's for some reason they're running plays or consecutive,
Secret place.
secret
Because
stuff.
Longhorn football in Austin, Texas is a big thing.
Big time, man. It's what everybody should be doing. We get a lot of people here from other states and
Right, right.
and they want to, or they turn into Longhorn fans. And our people that are here, they want to be somebody else's fan.
Right,
So it's,
Eddie, do me a favor, hand that little, I want Larry to read it because Larry and Pete Montoya are real good friends. Let's take a little break and let's announce this. As a sad note, send condolences a la familia Montoya. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about it, Larry?
Okay, Pete Montoya was a student at Johnson High School. He went on to become a general contractor, and his claim to fame is the bus building on 5th Street in
Okay.
Pleasant Valley, the Austin Transit that building there. He was the general contractor for that.
Mm-hmm.
He passed away last week, and the funeral services were Friday and Saturday. I looked at this, I don't know what it says Sunday here. But I went to the services for both Friday and Saturday. There were a lot of people. That was the first time that I saw standing room only at the Mission Funeral Home in South First Street. And,
The Serenity Chapel?
Yes, and they, that holds around 300 or so.
Yeah, it's a good,
So-
it's a
so,
big sized place.
So it, there are a lot of people that went. He was a veteran, and there's a picture of him that was in the paper. He had his uniform on.
Did he retire from the service?
No, I don't think he.
Okay.
In terms of like 20 years.
Yes, yes.
retirement, no.
No, okay, okay.
I don't think
So he was a general contractor.
Yes.
All right, let
Yeah.
me ask you this, we got an hour TV show to do,
Yes.
and he was a fantastic person, he used to come
Yes.
back here all the time. What's the most memorable thing that you remember about Pete Montoya?
The most memorable for me, as what we had in common was as a Johnson High School
Okay.
Ram alumnus, that he helped us. He was a general contractor for a monument that we have there in Johnson High School, and you can go by there every time, and you can remember that he was the one that was a general contractor, and his name will be going on.
And y'all got a lot of publicity on that, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
His name will be going on.
Rightfully so.
that monument.
Okay, okay, so we wanted to put that in there. Okay, Eddie, why don't you go back and give us, I know you got a whole lot of stuff, so dale gas.
One thing I want to mention is, which is kind of on a sad note, is El Patio Mexican Food Restaurant. Been in Austin forever, years and years and years. This is their last week, El Patio, down on the drag on the.
Was it Guadalupe?
Guadalupe.
Okay.
Yeah, Guadalupe, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken,
La Lupe now.
I think it was the Joseph family that opened that, right?
Yes, sir, and they
Okay.
were there, they've been there 50-something years, I think it was, anyway, this is their last week, that's a sad thing, that's what's going around in Austin, a lot of
Okay.
that.
I had a couple of
A lot of
friends who worked there in
condolences.
high school, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah.
Anyway, and then on September the 14th in Fiesta Gardens, they're gonna have Fiesta Austin, that's gonna be an event there. They haven't totally advertised everything, there's gonna be a lot of booths and fiestas and baile folclóricos and on and on and on.
You know
And
who's
that's-
doing that? Do you guys know?
I believe it's the what's the name of the group?
That's when they used to do las fiestas patrias.
They-
But the Velasquez family is no longer doing that, so I don't really know who's sponsoring it. It's what you're saying, right, Larry?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
who's putting it together.
Now, the other things I have are here, David Mares, which we're gonna show a clip today, he's having a 50th anniversary, and he's gonna have some events in San Antonio coming up this month.
And he was just here at the Pan Am Hillside also.
Yes, he was, yes, and we have a video of that today, and he's got one on August the 16th in San Antonio, and I just wanna mention that, if you need any
What date is that,
information on
Eddie?
that date is August the 16th, and that's gonna be at Puebla Hall in 3315 Northwestern, and the special guests will be Shelly Lattis and George Rivas,
Okay.
and also Stevie D. That's David Mares. David Mares he's got a really tight group now, and not that he didn't have before, but we saw him, and you'll see the video, and he sounds really great. And,
David Mares has always done a fantastic job, especially when he was with the Royal Jesters. Him and Joe Posada sounded fantastic, really fantastic. Okay, what else, Eddie?
And I was going to mention something, we were going to get into later on in the next following shows, we're going to get into talking about some internet radio stations.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention the names right now, I told people that I would, but there's a lot of internet radio
Okay.
going on, and we're going to talk
We'll
about
get
that
into
at
that.
another time.
Yeah. We have
Okay.
some thought to put into it.
Yes, sir, we're gonna have to
To make sure
think
that we
about it,
present
and
something
then we're
that's
gonna do
really-
it, we're gonna do it. They also, in August, in the middle of towards the end of the month, they're gonna have the Las Vegas extravaganza, the convention. And that's gonna be the 3-day affair, and that's gonna be August the 23rd, 24th, 25th, at the Rio Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Is that right on the Strip, the Rio Hotel?
That's on the Strip, yes,
Okay,
it's kind of towards the end, where the old
Okay.
part of Las Vegas is. They're gonna have a lot of entertainment there, and they're gonna also have them Marcos Orozco, the Garcia brothers, Band J.R. Gomez from Hill, Gilbert R., La Tropa F., La Febre, Palominos, and on and on and on. And if you need any information about getting a hotel room, you can call the Rio Hotel at 888-746-6955. And also, you can hook up with me if you want any information on that. And then continue on the out of town in Wisconsin, the same days, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, they're going to also have a festival there, and it's going to be in the fairgrounds there, and they're going to have La Mafia, Jay Perez, Rick Fuentes, Stepi Montiel, all kinds of great music. It's called a Mexican Fiesta. Our music is traveling everywhere now. You know, that's why I was getting into the radios, and because in our
Actually,
town
Wisconsin has been having that festival for years and years and years.
But it's going to be on now. And then towards California, now California is having a Conjunto Festival and this month also. And that's going to be in Coachella, California. That's put it on by Conjunto Crazy Productions. And you can look at theirs. It's called Spotlight29.com. So you can check them out, and for all the information, you can call Lupi. Lupi's on she's on the Facebook, and her phone number is 760-578-5433. I know we have people tuning in from these locations. The only reason I'm announcing it because on Facebook and stuff, they're coming in. And then Lordsburg, New Mexico, they're having on August the 31st, they're having a Tejano show there, and a car show also. They're going to have Sonny, Crazy Pimps, Pito Olivares, and other groups. And that's going to be, these are the out of town, you know, the other states. And back in San Antonio and Houston, actually, the Latin Breed has their 50th anniversary going on in Houston, Texas, at the Ripley House Neighborhood Center, 4410 Navigation Boulevard in Houston, Texas. And they're going to have Johnny and the Heartbreakers. They're going to have Agustin Ramirez. They're going to have the Latin Breed, and their other bands also. But I've got a lot of stuff to talk about, so I'm just gonna. If you want any information, you can contact me on Facebook under Edward Nunez or DJ TExasdude or Texas Tejano Music of Texas, and those are my sites. And then on August the 17th in Taylor, Texas, Ram the Man is going to be there. Ram Herrera from 3 to 11. And they're going to have Little Joe, Ram, Raulito, Los Musicales, and then another group there that I'm not sure who that is. But that's going to be on the August the 17th. That's in Taylor, Texas. And then September the 1st, Noche de Mariachi. That's going to be here, and information on that, the www.eventbrite.com. It's going to be at the H&H Ballroom in Austin, Texas. And that's at 4404 Brant Road in Austin. That's going to be from 5 to 10:30, Noche de Mariachi. That should be awesome. And then
You still got a few more, right?
I got a few more.
All right, let's cut in and give you a break, let you catch your breath.
All right.
Larry, why don't you bring us up to date with what's happening on the political scene here in the United States and the state of Texas,
Wow.
and Travis County and the city of Austin. Dale gas.
My gosh.
If you want to do headlines, that's fine.
I want to bring a headline from a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Because that leads into what happened, I want to say what happened last night. La Prensa here in Austin, Texas, July 18th, just a few weeks ago. Headline says, "Go back where you came from." This is a statement from Donald Trump, and it was directed at the 4 congresswomen that are women of color, it's considered an insulting racist remark, usually flying at new arrivals to the United States, at foreign-born U.S. citizens, or at those who are native-born but belong to an ethnic minority. I just read that from the headline.
But that
I
sounds
wanted
really
to do
bad
that.
when it comes from a president. It sounds
Yes,
really bad.
Exactly, and exactly what I want to point out, because right now there's discussion. This morning, Julian Castro was interviewed, Beto O'Rourke was interviewed, and they were being asked, amongst others, that how about the president? Does he have any fault for what happened in El Paso. And of course, if you didn't hear that last night, in case
Walmart shooting?
Yes, my gosh, 20 people killed, 26, I believe, that were injured, sent to the hospital.
Right here in
And
Texas,
they're still
right?
looking.
Right here in Texas.
Yes, in El Paso. And now, as I was listening to the radio on the way down here, they're still looking in the mall amongst all that carnage, all that evidence. There were 3 women that were interviewed. They were saying they're looking for their 80-something-year-old mother who did not come back yesterday. She was at the mall. And that's in addition to the 82-year-old lady that was killed. So we're talking about a major disaster. If there was another disaster, a hurricane, hurricanes that come by, they might kill 1 or 2 people. Here you're talking about 49 total hit as of this moment.
Where's it gonna end, Larry?
Yes, so here's, when they were asked about the president, and they, of course, they said, yes, look at since the beginning, he was against the people coming across the border, against the Muslims, first of all, even before that, trying to keep them out, trying to send them back, the same across the border, he's still doing that, and encouraging people at his rallies in violence. And he even said, hey, look, if you need an attorney, I'll get you one. So with all that in place, think back to when as that builds up over and over and over, you know, it's not a surprise really that something like this happens.
I also heard him say that he does not have a racist bone in his body.
Yes, I'll tell you what, I'll say he doesn't have a bone in his body that's not racist, because over and over and over, not even condemning the Ku Klux Klan, pressured and pressured, he finally said something, well, you know, they're good people and bad people on both sides. What kind of a remark is that?
Okay.
And to what could he there's another question, what can he do as president? Well, he can do this. He can have an order, presidential order.
There's a lot he can do.
Executive order, he can place the Ku Klux Klan and the other neo-Nazi groups, he can place them on the FBI's list of domestic terrorists. And he refuses to do that, along with other Republican
All right,
congressmen.
let me ask you this. Let's break it down. Bring it down to the state level.
Okay.
How about Julian Castro, Beto O'Rourke?
Yes.
What's happening to these guys?
Now, Beto O'Rourke came down harder, in my opinion, than Julian Castro this morning. Right away, when he was asked about the president's role, you know, he said he's to blame. Look at all, like I was saying a while ago. Julian Castro kind of hesitated. Finally, he said, yeah, you know, you can say he's to blame. But what can they do? Here's what they can do as congressmen. They can have an emergency session in Congress. But are those leaders going to ask for that? On the House side is, you know, Nancy Pelosi. On the Senate side, Mitch McConnell, the leaders. On the president's side, can he ask them to come together? Can the congressmen themselves all together, you know, ask them to come back?
Okay.
So they can do that there. Now, on the state level, and local levels, all the elected officials can stand up against this if they do want.
Okay.
But will they? That's the thing. All I hear is, let's pray. Today's Sunday. Everyone's going to be praying today. So that's fine. Let's do that. Let's pray. But beyond that, let's take some action. And let's go out there and make these new policies and new laws against those weapons, assault weapons. That's what we have to do.
All right, let me ask you to make a few comments on what was in the headlines where the people here on the local level, the commissioners, awarded themselves a substantial raise.
Yes.
Can you
Well, here's my thought
comment on that?
Yes.
They said they hadn't had a raise in a long time. They did say that.
Yes, that is true. But raises are relative to what people are making in the first place. So the question is, did they have enough already? And you can look at their budgets. You can look at the local economy. Look at the cost of living here. Did they have enough? And that's a question that should be debated. Because if you look at the salaries of all the workers, then you ask the same question. relatively speaking, is their salary enough? And that's where the major questions that should be answered before any adjustments are made to wages, because you can go backwards in terms of salaries. As a matter of fact, some companies actually do that. They cut back wages. So you know, that's the question. How are the salaries, relatively speaking?
All right, thank you on that. Eddie, you got more? Why don't we go ahead and wrap it up, because we've got a video with Johnny Hernandez, and we've also got video of David Midas when he did the Pan Am Hillside. And want to remind everybody, you're watching Fiesta Musical. We're here every Sunday from 11 a.m. till 12 noon on Channel 10. Previously we were on another channel, but now you need to go to Channel 10 to get us. 11 o'clock every Sunday morning. Okay, Eddie, you got it.
Yeah, the only thing I have left is, that we can go move on, is that today, they're giving free ID cards for children. And that's at 3563 Far West Boulevard. And that's been put on by the Austin Police Department, Austin Emergency Center. And they're doing that today out in Far West Boulevard. So if you're in that area and you want to get an ID for your child, they'll also be giving out hot dogs and popsicles and stuff like that today. If you're in that
Let me
area.
ask you a dumb question. What's the intent of giving them an ID card? What's the intent?
Well, I guess because there's you know, so much of these kids being taken away, stolen or whatever,
Okay.
they can see
How-
where they
how do-
are.
How do the cards come into play?
Well, the cards, I guess, they just want them to have them because they're like student IDs or something. I'm not really sure why they want them to have them, but it's like a
Take the
driver's
place of a
license.
driver's
Kids that get
license?
lost or,
Something like that?
yeah.
Take
they
the
get-
place of a driver's license?
Yeah,
and-
they
okay.
get lost or, you know, you can't find them and, you know.
They get abducted
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like, okay,
Also, they're gonna be raffling off 2 bicycles today,
okay,
and they're donated by one of the car dealerships here.
okay.
And, anyway, that's what they have.
Okay, if
today.
anybody's got any questions of any of the stuff that you've announced today, any of the stuff that you've talked about, how can they contact you in case somebody got a question for you, this, that, or
It's
whatever?
just, you can contact me, at my phone number is 512-517-2407, or you can contact me on Facebook at, Edward Nunez, or DJ TExasdude, or Tejano Music of Texas on Facebook, or you can contact me on my webpage. It's, www.djtexasdude.com.
Okay, sounds
And,
good.
and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. If you have anything coming up that we can look at before we present it on the show, let us know, and we'll take care of it for you.
Larry, if anybody got comments on what you said?
Facebook.
Okay, Facebook?
Larry Amaro.
Okay.
And by the way, there are a lot of discussions on there about these shootings. And remember, there were 2 shootings, by the way.
Okay.
Don't forget that one, Dayton. And so there are a lot of discussions, pros and cons. Get in on that. Just go to my Facebook page. Larry Amaro.
Okay, want to do a big welcome to my son. He came in from Houston, Texas. My son Christopher, my 2 granddaughters, Bella and Sophia, and they're still here in town with us. In fact, they're staying at my house. Want to welcome them to Austin, Texas, and again want to remind everybody, this is Fiesta Musical every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon, Channel 10. And Eddie, you got any final words?
No, I just want to say hello to everybody out there. I know there's a lot of people watching today that are different areas of the state and out of state. California, Illinois, Wisconsin, Arizona. They're all watching. Put out, and then the people from Houston, San Antonio, all around that they said they would be looking today. Daniel Barrera, I forgot to mention.
Dan
your
the
name.
man, my
I forgot
buddy.
to mention your name last week. Sorry, brother.
When I was back on radio, Roy Montelongo was my co-host, and we used to hear from Dan the man Barrera all the time. And by the way, he's an excellent chef. Don't ask me how I know. He's an excellent chef.
Yeah, I put a recipe on there, and he critiqued me on it.
Uh-oh.
And
The man knows what he's saying. He knows what he's saying.
I believe it.
All right,
Yes,
Larry, you got any last minute before we go on and show? The first video is going to be Johnny Hernandez and that young man with him,
Chente Barrera.
Chente Barrera, and then we've got some from the hillside, the Pan Am hillside, the performance that Mr. David Midas did here, what, a couple, 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was, yeah, two weeks.
Do you have the date
that
on
was,
it?
that was the first event.
Yeah, it was.
The very first one.
Right, it's almost been a month, maybe not
Yes.
quite a month,
Yes,
but
it
we
was
hope
very
everybody
good.
enjoys it. We started to show it last week, we had a little technical problems. We hope everything has been worked out. And Larry, you have anything?
Yeah, I do want to say one thing real quick. Check out the Austin School Board. They just announced that they're not going to announce which schools are closing this month after all, but they will next month. So you have a little bit more time to get in on that and convince them
And
not to
also-
close those schools.
Also condolences to la familia.
Yes, Mr. Pete Montoya, we'll remember him. He'll be missed. Condolences to his family.
He was our good friend, he used to come by here all the time. So, el pésame a la familia Montoya, de parte de todos nosotros aquí en el programa Fiesta Musical. And now, no me despido, sino que hasta la próxima, que pasen buenos días. Nos dejamos en la buena música de Mr. Johnny Hernandez, Mr. Chente Barrera, and right after that, just keep watching. About a second or two later, you're going to see Mr. David Mattis at Pan Am Hillside. No more than a month ago, right, Eddie?
Yes, sir.
I'm
but
trying to think of the
first-
date.
I think
don't-
July the 3rd, I believe it was. It's like, I believe that's the date it was.
Okay.
I can look it up after.
All right, Christian, why don't you go with it? Let's roll them, and let's see what we got.
Roll 'em.